Alright, we have returned for continuing adventures. So, I guess it's Emil's in the, like, in the security room?
Security room.
I was gonna, like, the observatory. I'm like, that's not correct. The observatoration. I don't know. I'm coming up with stupid names now. Anyway, the five of you will head to the auction room, which is a little busy. There are people, like, packing up things, getting things ready. But, of course, you can... Is there... Cromwell is there, actually. It's like, oh.
Probably chilling with Haku Melee.
Mm-hmm. Interesting group of people that you're here with. Something I can do for you, Nathan, and your guests?
Actually, these three are interested in the sharing of information, so I was hoping they would be able to translate my cup for me.
Well, they do know some things and can take a look at it. Alright,
That's the idea.
They'll take a look at the cup. They'll talk about some things for a little while. Before Beckett's going to kind of turn to you. You do have a very interesting thing here. It's authentic as far as I can tell, but I believe this is not as authentic as you'd think, in a way.
My understanding is that it is essentially a replica.
Yes, a replica of what a few of us in the Nodus community believes the basis for the idea of the Holy Grail, kind of spread into the Bible as it was, the idea of chalice of kings. Granted, it was something that was kind of more in the lines of our people for it, but as stories spread and things change, it was applied to the early Christianity. And the stories of their own Savior, Jesus Christ himself. I don't know if I'm giving a southern drawl now, but now he's got a southern drawl, even though he's totally supposed to be English. Regardless, though, it's quite an interesting find here you have, that, I believe, someone... that strange jittery boy won.
Ryan was my factor in this particular.
So you bought your own
acquisition.
Item. Interesting. Oh, they didn't know it was yours.
Yeah, they don't know who put it
true.
up.
They don't know who put it up. So, okay. Do you know who had this originally? There's many items in here that's interesting to see where Mr. Cromwell buried them out from, and I'm sure his lips are quite sealed as he's going to look over towards Cromwell, and Cromwell's just kind of going to ignore things and do his own stuff a little bit more.
I did ask about several items and was sadly unhappy with the lack of helpful information I acquired.
Still.
So, I was already aware that the cup was essentially a replica. However, there are some engravings on it, and that's more what I was hoping for your help to puzzle out.
Well, the main engraving here is one that you might be aware of. It says, it's in ancient Sanskrit, something that is was used around the second city. It says, 3 years of one. Let the blood flow when one is found. Let he who guards it be found. Let he who gives it be found. Let all that is hidden be revealed. I believe that's...
Can you repeat that, please?
3 as 1. Let the one be found. One who guards it be found. He who gives of it be found. all the secrets be revealed. I think... Oh, God. I should have put that directly into chat. So I might be forgetting something there. Now, there is some other interesting things here. From what I can tell, that's the inscription here in the base. Around the outside of it seems to be a number of letters and numbers. The problem with them is they aren't in a particular order. From what I can see, I can only guess that most likely, as it states, this is a set of 3. And this is some kind of code that can be decoded if you would have all 3.
Interesting. Do you happen to know where the other 2 are?
Unfortunately, myself, I am unaware of these goblets, to be a good sure. You folks? I'm not quite aware of anything myself. I've heard some rumors around. There are always rumors of many objects of old and yore. Some of them are more easily found than others. But, this is one that I did not see, and did not find.
3 as 1. Do you know who that might refer to? Or...
I believe it refers to the fact that there are 3 gauntlets, and they reveal 1. Perhaps these recreations were, I believe, most likely recreated to hide the 3rd one, wherever it should be. Now, in that time period, there wasn't a lot around the first 2 cities, but there were some of our kin outside of them, in rare places, spread out. It was during those early times that we did spread out. And I can't tell if this is exactly from the fall of the 2nd city or from before it. While it was still thriving. Very well, someone from that city, after it failed, could have created these as a legacy to something that they had left behind. But definitely I would say it's a make of the 2nd city rather than the 1st. So someone knew of something from one of the ancient times. More than likely, I would say, if it's something that they're hiding, and the idea of it, that it's a recreation of a goblet of Caine, if you will. We should have plenty of rumors about the actual goblet and its nature and such.
Well, it appears I wasted quite a lot of money on something that was not particularly helpful.
Well, if you could find the other 2, it would be helpful. Or 1/3 of the way to what you need, if you're looking for ancient sites and histories. If you should find anything, though, perhaps you could inform the lot of us, if you should find the rest of them. I would be willing to translate it. I, for one, would be also willing to translate it for you. But also, if it is a goose chase you are not interested in going on, I, for one, would enjoy such things.
Well, you know, Dawn and I have run into a lot of unusual circumstances. By the way, have any of you encountered Caine before?
Mr. Caine is an interesting individual. Why do you ask?
Well, because my first encounter with him, I was looking into some old artifacts, just beginning my Nodist journey, so to speak. And it appears that he had found some and was stealing them from someone else.
There are a lot of ways of acquiring the knowledge of the past, and I cannot say that all of our group can always be, as he's going to kind of glance towards Aristotle, reasonable. But sometimes things can be forgiven in the right circumstances. As for Mr. Caine, he did approach me at one point in time, a number of years ago, and seeing if I'd be interested in helping him with some form of think tank, if you will. related to ancient histories of many supernatural creatures. I did see him here, but I did not have the opportunity to discuss with him his previous offers that I did turn down. I would probably still have turned them down today, though.
Well,
as much as I would like to share information, I'm sure that he would have me, like many of the think tanks that are out there, do my job for him rather than for myself.
of course. For as much as my opinion might be worth to you gentlemen, he has been a giant pain in my butt, as he has been responsible for the... Well, I'm not entirely sure about the word death, but at the very least, detainment and immense pain to several of my associates in my travels, as Don can attest.
We each have our own enemies.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to us to deal with them, whether friendly ways or through violence. And if what you've been doing has been rubbing him the wrong way, I cannot... none of us can fault him for his actions, as long as you keep them in a most civil way.
Oh no, I was merely suggesting that you beware, as one of the encounters we had with him was in the sewers of... It was Chicago, right? Or was it New York?
New York.
I thought it was New York, yeah.
In the sewers of New York, where, despite our interest in aiding him, he attempted to kill us. My recommendation, again, for as much as my opinion is worth, is to avoid finding yourself on his side. As I did, and it almost turned out very badly for me.
You folks find yourselves in sewers much more often than you need to be.
Who said that?
Celestine.
That's fair. I would definitely prefer to stay out of the sewers.
Oh, Miss, Dawn, yes? I would
Yep.
avoid, you've managed to avoid him so far, but it seems as though our good joint friend Grimgoth has been looking around at the people staying in this place. Apparently he has gotten word that a few individuals here are on his very negative list. And, he did get a sight of you. Not the kind of sight like he would recognize you directly, but, he does know a little bit of our specs and recognizes your aura. Not as deep as I do. Of course, I saw all of you, hence why I knew what you did.
Alright, avoid Grimgoth. Just the heads up, I guess.
Thank you for the warning.
I doubt he would break the treaty here, but that doesn't mean he won't identify you and start some kind of hunt post everything here. I'm sure he's going around and seeing who as best he can.
Ah. Very well.
Gentlemen, I believe I have a flight to catch, along with a Miss Christine who wishes to leave quite hastily. Someone else that is also on Grimgoth's negative list.
Yes, well, I trust that you will remain civil during the flight.
Well, I believe she's being dropped off in Los Angeles. She has she's informed me she has some business there after we are done ours, and I have to go on to Italy. I have some business there.
Well.
So
Enjoy. It was very pleasant meeting you.
yes.
Thank you for your time.
Till the next time, Celestine. Yes, till the next time, my old friend. It is good to once again see you. We have very chances to catch up. I am going to return to my room now. I have done the business that I am here for, and I would like to rest up the day. For tomorrow night, I'm sure many of us are leaving the island, as the peace of this place will soon break down.
Yes.
Beckett then will be the kind of the last one to go. As for myself, I do have some more business around town to take care of, but I feel like it's getting pretty late in the day, and I shouldn't tear it too long, especially now that you've gotten your business taken care of.
Late in the morning.
Sorry.
Excellent. I trust you're happy with your fragments.
The books themselves I have not a chance to look over, as I have not received them, but from the initial glances I took to confirm their authenticity, I think I'm very pleased with what I've acquired here. Should be some interesting information when they're fully translated.
Well, if you would be so kind as to let me know if you see anything that might advance my quest for the Holy Grail, so to speak.
Indeed.
And I will let you know how it goes.
So he'll head out.
Cool. Mr. Cromwell, has Grimgroth picked up the his item yet?
The staff, he got it right away.
Excellent.
Since he intended to carry it with him. I believe he's walking around with it even now.
Makes sense. Dawn, perhaps it might be best for you to stay
Away?
here.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't need another giant fucking crocodile alligator thing after me.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
All right. Bedtime then?
Bedtime. All right.
Thank God.
You will head to your rooms, rest up, and the day will pass. Of course, again, all of you will once again awaken the upcoming evening. A number of folks have cleared out that you can learn about that headed out during the day. Of course, let's see here. I will inform you that Sebastian has left, but Walks on Earth is still around. Duarsican is still hanging around. Ryan's friends seem to have left. Let's see here.
Probably, right to the cameras with a habitual cup of coffee.
Sabu is no longer in the building, but you don't know if he left the island. You couldn't find any sign of it. Fangs has disappeared from the building, but again, you don't know what happened to him at all.
Okay.
Celestine and Christine, of course, left. Yeezy's still hanging around with his master. Victor hasn't been seen since you saw him leave. As I said, I told you Orson left. The Mokele, whose name I can never remember and I keep forgetting to look up, he has left. Let's see here. The man named Nerg left during the day. Mark Stance still hanging around. Mr. Fisher and Mr. McDowell seem to both leave. They are still within the city, though. It seems like each of them had some business somewhere else. You know that Tally's still around because he hasn't had his meeting with your sire. Helena seems to have gone somewhere else and is no longer staying there. Qialing left pretty much right away. Questamala is still hanging around. Mary and the sisters have left. And Sylvan Ivanovich Sylvan has left.
Okay.
So there's still a good group of people left, and of course most of them being vampires. And some of them are departing pretty quickly. As you're sort of getting up in the morning, actually Fida May will come up to you and be like, Nathan, Dawn, how good it is to see you again. I'm sorry that our business has not been very good now. With everything that's going on, we have made some changes in the way of things. Durgasin is taking us somewhere else. Though a small group of us is remaining with India, we're trying to find a new location to live. There are those of us that originated from India, but like myself and Durgasin, we are from other places embraced elsewhere, and were adopted into the core of the Ravnos. But even the core is weak now.
Oh.
And Yorp sounds quite dangerous, and the dangers of America have been great. We wish to find some place closer in the world, but not as close.
If I recall, there is a group of Ravnos in New York. I believe Dawn would know more about that than I, though.
Well, as much as New York is great, we've actually made contacts with Miss Yaling. There are some of the Kwai Jin within India. We are on the border between us, and we have relatively been at peace. We have made arrangements to head to a city I have never been to, where I will not speak the language, but old Ravnos friend of Durgasin is over the descent of it. A place called Tokyo. One of our much younger was from your country, as a member of our current group, and direct descended from there.
Well, it's very nice there, apparently.
Yes.
So, if you're searching for us, that is where to find us. We are going to try to make a actual presence there. Though our clan is weakened, we are not gone, and we wish to build a comeback if we can.
Well,
of some kind. A new organization. And with our current friends, perhaps we can find something.
Well, if there's anything I can do, please let me know.
Indeed, I will.
And if Durgasin finds herself interested in taking up the hammer again, I would certainly be interested in a gift for my associate.
Oh, and she's speaking English now. After a couple months, she has learned a little bit.
Nice.
Enough.
I learned the language.
You'd say something to her in her language.
I'll save that for now. I'll keep speaking English.
Yeah. It would be very nice when all of you visit. Where is Leslie?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
If you find him, please let us know.
Oh, something has happened.
Yes. Let's see. The abomination wasn't involved with him, right?
No.
In the sewer.
No.
If you felt like looking into his whereabouts, perhaps Victor the Gangrel might have information about that. Durgasin, I believe you knew him.
Well, Durgason's not. Oh, yeah, Durgason's not with VtM right now.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, it's just Spider-Man.
Yeah.
okay.
If you wish to speak to Durgason about this, you could arrange for it still.
Could just ask Spider-Man to pass on the message.
Yeah.
Okay. So VtM, is like, I can pass on the message to Durgason if you wish to speak of things. She did seem concerned about something that was going on with this entire event, other than bidding. I can let her know.
Yes.
We won't be leaving for a little while now. We've arranged travel. Miss Ya Ling was getting some assistance in doing so.
Ah, very kind of her.
Again, especially now that things have changed for my clan, we have been at more peace with our neighbors than we were in many years. A lot of the old grudges and skirmishes have been forgotten, especially in our end. We have done much to earn forgiveness from it. My clan has always peered into a different abyss than many of the others, many of yours. A different kind of abyss. And it actually matches some similarities between us and the Kuai-Jin. It's quite interesting. Maybe they feel like if they associate with us, it'll legitimize some of their spread into the West. Which I can't disagree with. We still have connections with the other clans.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, in the event that my prince is amenable, I might be able to do some of that myself.
I will let Durgason know that you wish to at least meet with her at some point before we leave.
Appreciate it.
Dawn, it's always very good to see you.
It's great to see you too.
Was that in English or?
No, that was not in English. That was the one like, look at me go.
Yeah. She'll kind of have, perk up a little bit and kind of give a smile and say, "You too." And she'll
I'm
leave.
getting a new sword. Bye.
I'm getting a new sword.
Oh, they're so cute.
We could like hang out and sword fight sometime.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could go visit her in Tokyo.
Oh,
It's a
oh
lot.
yeah.
It's a lot easier than going into the mountains of India.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't get good reception up there.
No.
All right.
Ah.
Okay. Are you do hear word that a lot of the vampires are preparing to leave in their various ways. So that's kind of what's going on right now. What is your current plan?
Check in with Emil, see if anything suspicious is happening.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I would have let you know who's gone already. That list from earlier. But otherwise, I'm actually curious. Like, so did some of the people leave during the day or just late at night?
Some of the people left. Some of the non-vampires left during the day.
Yeah, I know there were some non-vampires, but
Yeah.
I just I think there was like one vampire that left during the day, right?
Nope. There was a couple that left right before dawn and got on planes, basically, that they could.
I thought I don't know. I thought one was a vampire. Maybe I was wrong. Anyway.
Yeah.
Orson
was weird,
Holden
but
left
I
before
guess
we
it's-
went to bed.
Mm-hmm. Celestine and Christine left before we went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
There are those that haven't been seen.
Yeah.
But Mary wasn't a vampire.
No. Sylvan.
Ryan's friends weren't.
No, Sylvan wasn't. Kwai Ling is.
I thought Sylvan was a
vampire-
Ravnos.
Sylvan Ivanovich Sylvan. No, Sylvan Ivanovich Sylvan is a Shadow Lord, a werewolf.
Oh. Got it.
Mm-hmm. And there's a bunch that aren't in the hotel anymore, too. But they left that evening, and as far as, like, you tracking them, they haven't left the island, so that's kind of like a mixed bag. As a lot of groups did leave, a bunch of groups left the hotel. There's some that haven't checked out that you haven't seen from, like, Victor Stasnik, the Abomination. Victor with a C hasn't been seen, as far as you know. You don't know what happened during the day, but you never saw him return after he left that evening. He did not check out, though, of his hotel. So, and Victor, without the C, has not left his room with his mercenary friends.
Lovely. Okay. Well, what do you guys think?
Did you guys get the information you needed from
The only person we've met with so far today is VtM.
I'm blanking on his name.
Beckett?
Beckett. Yeah, because you needed to get information from Beckett. Did you need anything from Federico?
We need to kill. Oh no, Federico is going to help us kill Francisco.
Sorry,
And
Francisco.
Right.
You kind of got most of the information you needed from Beckett already.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So, I mean, in a way, it's just let the ones do what they need to do, right?
Well, it was Maria and Vikos that were planning something for Beckett.
Right.
Yes. But it's kind of just, I don't know if you already got everything you needed from him, then it's kind of just let
Who was the one who
these
offered
two-
to translate the rest of the cups?
Beckett said if you
DePadua?
found the rest of them. Beckett said
Padua said he could as well, right?
No, Padua said he could probably do that, but he also would like them.
Yeah.
Beckett just said if you find them all, he'll help you translate them. So,
And Aristotle would probably help as long as we could play enough on his gathering of knowledge thing.
and maybe tempt him with them. He seemed very interested in the goblets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Much more than Beckett
like-
was.
Because letting Federico kill Francisco, we're just gonna let that happen, right? We don't.
We're gonna help him.
Yes, but he also said he kind of has a plan, and he'll inform us when he wants us to help.
Okay.
We just need to keep an eye on him to make sure he doesn't go too far.
But we need to make sure that his plan doesn't include Tally.
Yes. We already talked him down on that. Made it clear that she was not to be touched. We made it sound like
She was
people were
done.
going to... Yes, although he didn't believe that, but we also made it clear that whatever happens, we need to be able to get information out of her.
Well, we also
made-
mentioned that the best time to hit Francisco,
Federico and Tally. Yeah.
When Tally
Francisco
was-
and Tally,
Yeah.
is when Tally is otherwise occupied.
Yes. And we may as well, and the Camarilla may as well get information out of Tally. Whether or not something happens, that is not yours to decide right now.
Right.
That's what we convinced him of, at least.
Right.
Or, as far as we could tell, convinced him of. Still have to be careful, though. Like I said,
Okay.
watch him, make sure he doesn't go too far.
Right. Okay. So, we also don't know what Mark Stans and his group are doing,
No.
because they're here somewhere. We just don't know what's going on with him. We don't know what Vasilisa and her big dude are doing. Jay is still here, right?
He hasn't left as of yet, but you think he's leaving sometime this evening. He's probably one of the ones arranging. The following other people are arranging probably for early leasing: William Waldberg, Stephen Lenore, and those are the two that the ones that you know are leaving pretty early. As I said, Kamala Pake, she's with Federico.
Right.
Lars is hanging out with Helena, so he's probably
Makes
not going
sense.
until she goes. Sebastian's already left, but Walks the Earth is hanging around. You don't know how long Walks the Earth is going to hang around. Ryan's group departed, but Ryan is still around with you. Uar Seken is hanging around, but you don't know what he's up to. The Gargoyles
Probably being an asshole.
are probably hanging out with their
Dracula,
their current employer. You don't know what's going on with Melita and Ellison. Nor do you know what's going on with Nefertiti. Aristotle was planning on heading out relatively early. Sabu has already left the compound. Fang's already disappeared. Grimgoth's still hanging around.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if the opportunity arises,
Juggler and his Anarch friends haven't left yet either.
okay.
You will probably be able to notice, Emil, from the footage, that Quistamala has had a number of meetings with Walks the Earth. They seem to be negotiating something. And probably they might leave when they're finished that. As I said,
That's probably because they talked right after Walks the Earth won the thing. Or Quistamala won the thing.
Because we have to forget, Walks the Earth is part of a werewolf organization that's trying to make peace with the other changing breeds, too.
That's fair.
So maybe he's trying to use this as a negotiation tool to make peace with the loose organization of Ananasi. Yeah, the spider. Spiders.
Cool.
Though they're kind of like, everybody's kind of creeped out by them because they're giant blood-drinking spiders, and they're the only they're the only arthropod changing breed right now. It's like it's like the I think it's the Rokana, the were sharks. They're they're freaking sharks. It's hard to get along with them. All the mammals, a little easier. The other warm bloods.
Why don't I hang out with a were shark?
Mm-hmm.
We can go catch fish or something.
They're interesting fellows.
All right. So, I don't know. What do you guys want to do? Shall we go talk to Walks the Earth?
Could do. I don't know if I fancy tripping or not.
Also, Marie wanted to get information from Beckett, then kill him, right?
No, Marie wanted to kill him. We convinced her that we needed to get information from him first.
Okay, I thought she wanted to know something as well, but okay, yeah. So
I don't think
that's
so.
more what I remember. That's more my original question was like, we got everything from him. We can just let her kill him, right? Or is that still not a good idea yet?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be entirely opposed to ending up with his tapestry.
Ooh.
Or no, the fragments, rather. The
Yeah,
fragments.
either one's good. One I can hang on my wall, one I can't, but...
Yep. All right. So, where to?
See what Walks the Earth is up to?
Yeah.
Ooh. Maybe Emil can meet the Great Lord Cockroach.
Maybe he could.
I have never met him, so
Oh, it's terrifying. You'll love it.
Yeah.
very well.
That's a great way to describe it. It's terrifying. You'll love it. Mm-hmm. All right, why don't we take our second break here as you guys going to go meet with Walks the Earth, as things are playing out in the list here. So, drink, snack, bathroom. If you need to do anything, go ahead and take care of it, and we'll be back shortly. So see you in a little bit, folks.